Welcome to Crimson Guitars and welcome to my studio and our factory of awesomeness. We are essentially in the business of building dreams. I can't believe I said that. It's true, it's 100% true. We build guitars and musicians use them to create awesomeness. Essentially, I started out in a shed at the end of my garden, which sort of morphed into a slightly larger shed with a lean-to. It evolved. We started teaching people how to make guitars as well. We've got a rather large YouTube channel where you can go through the whole process of building an instrument from start to finish. Then started creating Luthier's tools as well. The tools and jigs that we make go around the world, and on top of that we now build a full range of custom shop, master builds, various different guitars. And it is a hell of a long way from my shed. Up until about 2 years ago, we were still using a 50-year-old planer thicknesser that you literally had to take a sledgehammer to adjust things. And it got to the point where we were wearing out the head of the sledgehammer, and we started looking around for a slightly more modern, better option. And one of our fans actually phoned me up. He was literally squealing. He says, "I've just got a new Felder planer thicknesser." And he would not shut up about this Felder planer thicknesser. And I had been in my shed for the last 10 years making dust, and I had no idea. But it ended up with me going down to Felder HQ, unashamedly lusted after pretty much everything in the showroom. I mean, it's an amazing place. I have no need whatsoever in my life for a table saw. But my God, that system is so cool. I need to find an excuse to own a table saw. And that's actually still one of our goals. And we ended up with a bunch of various different extraction options, a hammer bandsaw to do the bulk of our book matching and stuff. And the most important machine on the planet is our planer thicknesser, which is, it's a beast. It is just mind-blowingly cool. To the point that we had a staff member recently move back to his home country to set up his own workshop, and he was practically crying when he left. Not because he's going to miss my scintillating personality, but because he's going to miss the damn planer thicknesser. But it's one of those machines. We used to struggle, and it got to the point where I wasn't actually enjoying my job anymore. Now I find excuses. So, oh, I wonder what this looks like underneath the weathering. Let's go and use the Felder. And it really is that good. We've got the silent cutter block. You just switch the cutters around individually. We've had this machine just over a year, and we haven't had to turn them around. I think there was a single one that got chipped, and we turned that one around. But it's still, a year later, cutting incredibly well, 10 million times better than the old machines that we had. The most amazing thing was that when I turned it on, I could still talk. I was still talking to the electrician who just installed the thing at normal volume, and the machine was running. Beforehand, it was like an air raid siren had gone off next to your head. And frankly, if it wasn't for that machine, we probably wouldn't be anywhere near where we are now as a business. We have multiple students who are here learning how to build guitars in-house, and each of them end up using the machines. The way we were doing it before, there was just no way. You cannot build a guitar in a 5 or 6 day course without the ability to accurately cut it down and thickness it quickly. So yeah, it's amazing. It's just sped up the entire process, and it's cut out several processes on top of that. And then we've got the same thing with the hammer bandsaw. It's capable of doing a much more precise job than the tools that we were using before. But that one is set up and is used specifically to do the most important job, which is book matching tops. And we're essentially taking veneers off 4 or 5 mil at times. And the hammer just eats through the wood and gives us precision every time. So I couldn't ask for more. It was straightforward. We used Felder's in-house finance options and worked out exactly what we needed. It was smooth and straightforward. By the time it was installed by the Felder tech, I wasn't even expecting a tech. I was still in that mindset to actually get a company who cares enough to send an engineer out to set it up, make sure that it's functioning properly and accurately, and then stand behind the product. We haven't had any issues, but every time we ever hear from Felder, it's how's it going? Is it working all right? Do you need anything? And it's that kind of customer service that we at Crimson pride ourselves on, but we weren't expecting from such a large, world-renowned corporation. Really, I'm the person now that phones up my friends squealing about how amazing my planar thicknesser is. It's just the pinnacle of what it's supposed to be. I can't wait to see what they come up with next year.